Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Another beautiful day. Figured I'd show you what I got going on today, y'all. Today I'm at a smaller elevator. This place is got a few small bins on that side, few on that side. We keep mostly soybeans here, but last year we had more corn than we could store due to we had some corn left from 2023. So we ended up having to fill these two, that bin and that bin, with corn. And after we filled them with corn, we left them. That one in the front's empty. The one back here is half full now. I've been unloading for 2 days now. A few loads here and there in between loading out the other elevator. We are taking our semi, bringing it here, and then hauling it down to our bigger elevator and putting it right in the overhead tank as we're shipping out. Mainly because we have no scales here, so the trucks would have to weigh in, come back here, and then drive back, and it's about 7 miles one way. So that would just take another 20 minutes, 30 minutes from the truck driver. So to save them time, we're just doing it ourselves, moving it, but I'm gonna show you the place a little bit better. All right, y'all, as you see, don't mind my truck. This is actually the dump pit here that I'm sitting on. But anyway, there's the overhead tank. There's the grain bins. That was 1, 2, another one back there, and 3. We did not use the third one because if I can get a little farther back here, let's walk back here. There is an auger up there that goes across. You can see a little bit there. It is jammed tight. We could not get that thing. We walked and walked for like half a day trying to get free. We finally just gave up and just sold that other 20,000 bushels for us to bring it down here. But the rest of this stuff, we ended up filling these 2 bins to the brim. But this place, it's a fairly simple place, y'all. It's old farm-owned place. Like I said, everything was built by this guy. The leg itself, I think he built this whole section and stuff, and then put trunking. Like I said, super simple stuff. We just redid this auger. Like I said, this one here, it just comes in and drops down there. We just put that whole piece in there. We redid all that a few months ago because it was rusted slam out. Had a hole yesterday, and everybody knows that elevator, that thing's duct tape. This winter, or when we get the corn out this summer, we'll come along and put a plate in there. Like I said, if I was unloading from the back bin, this is the auger that runs there. It comes from the back bin forward. The other 2 bins just dump in this pit. Like I say, that one goes there, that one goes there. Just dumps in the pit. Super simple setup, like I say. Just goes right there and goes in the leg. Like I say, that's the pit. Instead of putting an underground pit, they ended up putting above ground pit and stuff. Actually, I really like this better than my pit that's underground. Don't have to pump the water out all the time. Don't have to do a lot of work. So super simple there. If I ever had to build a place, really think I'm going above ground again if I had to build something, because like I say, mine is just a little more annoying. But anyway, there's the dryer there. Here's the dryer. And the other 2 legs that feed everything else, like I said, that hopper tank, it fills up and just kind of feeds into the old dryer. We don't use the dryer. We haven't used the dryer. We haven't needed it because like I said, all the elevators got a 2,000 bushel continual flow drive. This one here, I think only like 1,000, 1,100 maybe. So, but it ain't that old. Got very low hours on it, but we rented the place. It comes with the place to rent, but we don't use it. Nothing wrong with it. Like I said, we just haven't needed it. And these are the other bins over here. These do not go to a leg or an overhead tank. These just go to an auger. This one here has its own auger bolted on all the time, which they were loading beans out this week, and as you see, got a small leak coming out of that old thing, but we'll get it fixed, I guess, soon. But this one here, I think's 50,000. I think that's 35 or 40,000 for this taller one here. It has an auger too, but it's around the back side. We finished already emptied these 3 on this side, this one 2 small ones, and we pushed the auger back around the other side. But like I said, it's fairly simple stuff. Just switches. Only problem with this whole place is everything's run by extension cords. That's hardwired, but the augers, everything, there's a lot of extension cords. So there's a lot of running extension cords here, there, and everywhere. Kind of a little more annoying than my big elevator down there, where, you know, I got a bunch of 400,000 bushel bins. But these 2, I think, are 6,000 or 8,000 bushel bins. But like I say, everything here is fairly simple build. Super easy to maintain. Like I said, nothing extravagant like my big elevator. Like I said, see, that's how it drops back in there, and there's the unload from the pit. Like I say, just pit comes in, drops in, goes. So like I say, everything's fairly simple stuff. Nothing really to brag about, but like I said, it does nice how everything works here. Like I said, we rent this place mainly for soybeans, but we do use that side there for corn when we need it, and this year we needed it for corn. Like I said, as you see, it's pretty simple how this thing unloads. Like I say, you turn the chain, which has a sprocket, and then the corn just falls out. So it's really simple. The biggest issue, the reason my truck sits here, is that chain will fall off that sprocket sometimes. Not very often if you're careful, but it will fall. And because of that, I like to put my truck close. If it falls, I can jump right here and put it right back on real fast. Because that thing will dump a lot of corn on the ground fast if you're not careful. So that's kind of what we do. Like I said, this is my truck and trailer. We're going to get this loaded. He'll go to the other elevator. The other man's waiting. We'll dump it and then go right in the overhead tank where we're loading trucks there to head down to feed mills and stuff. So we're just shipping out corn as hard as we can. We'll probably plant corn next week. We ain't ready yet this week. We decided to get this corn done. Plus it's going to rain tomorrow and don't want to plant ahead of a rain. So Monday will be the start day. We're going to start planting corn, but today we're going to ship out next year's corn.